animal chiropractic friends. Welcome this morning. It's a beautiful day here on the A.C.E.S ranch. Animals are doing great. It's going to be a hot day. It's going to be a successful hot day, I'm telling you. And I'm looking at tracks on the floor, on the ground. Sorry about that. And today's message is this: how do we combat heat for our animals? Well, we don't combat heat, but we get them out in the day when it's earlier. We get them out so they can move and run and get exercise and sunshine. Sunshine is so essential for these guys. I want you to know this, though. One of the biggest things that I wanted to point out this morning is that our horses they've been to the house. They were here last night in the dark. They've been all over the ranch. We saw some droppings earlier. We haven't seen the horses yet, but they might be at the barn waiting for their morning meal. Horses do much of their traveling motion-wise and eating plants in the middle of the night. They do that because it's cooler. They do that because they're constant grazers, because for them, keeping that gut motion going is essential, and putting food in it is also essential. I think of them as the whales of the prairie. They are these giant animals that eat tiny little pieces of plants, and they have to digest it and ferment it and make it into the protein sources that they need. That said, horses that are out at night that can move around, especially in this heat, are happier and healthier. What helps them to navigate the nighttime, what helps them to navigate the dark, are two things. One, a good chiropractic adjustment so that they can balance themselves well, so that they know where they're at, so they can use their muscles and organize. Number two, horses have a double tapetum. They have a tapetum in their eye. That's a part of your retina that filters light or recognizes light. And when the light comes in, it's reflected back onto that tapetum like twice, so that it's like having a flashlight inside your eyeball. Horses are better at seeing in the dark than you and I. They can navigate dark areas, dark corners, dark spaces in low sunlight better. One of the things that they don't do well is transfer from light to dark quickly, because it takes longer for their pupil than ours to respond. So that is why sometimes horses won't go into a dark space and they won't come out of a dark space quickly, because their eye doesn't accept that light fast enough, because they're doing other things with it, and so they can't respond. It's like when you walk outside in a bright day, if you've been inside all day long and now you can't see because the daylight's too bright, your eye is trying to shrink down so that you get the right amount of light on your retina. Horses are amazing. And they were up here at the house last night. We knew they were here because the dogs were making a lot of noise, not because we saw them. They come up on a routine basis, and Teddy and John like to let us know that they have arrived. And when they do that, they have a specific kind of bark. What helps these horses get around the best on this ranch? A big part of it is, I'm going to get away from the air conditioner. A big part of it is chiropractic. They get adjusted not once, but twice a month. Twice a month. Does it seem like a lot? Well, these horses, their job is to be a chiropractic model for our students. They're not perfect. They are not excellent. They're not young. They're not athletic. They are a great chiropractic model for our students. And so they get adjusted twice a month by our students during class, so that our students can learn what it is that a chiropractic adjustment actually does for an animal. We're also pretty picky about what they eat. We're pretty picky about who manages their hoof care. We are pretty picky about those things because we want the information that gets to their brain to be as good as possible. If you are a veterinarian or a chiropractor and you have not added animal chiropractic to your practice yet? Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com, where we train veterinarians and chiropractors from all over the globe to build successful animal chiropractic practices. Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com. If you like this video, share it with your friends. If you have friends who are veterinarians or chiropractors, ask them to visit us at animalchiropracticeducation.com.